Little Red Riding Hood. Part 1. A quiet evening begins. It was a quiet evening. The sky was soft and pale, slowly turning darker. The day was coming to an end. In a small village near a forest, there lived a little girl. Everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. She was called that because she often wore a red hood. It was warm and soft, and her grandmother had made it for her. Little Red Riding Hood was a gentle child. She spoke kindly. She moved slowly. She liked quiet places. That evening, she was at home with her mother. Her mother was preparing a small basket. Inside the basket were simple things: some bread, a small jar of honey, and warm soup in a bottle. Her mother spoke in a calm voice. "Grandmother is not feeling well today," she said. "Can you take this basket to her house?" Little Red Riding Hood listened carefully. "Yes, mother," she said softly. Her mother looked at her and smiled. "Walk slowly," her mother said. "Stay on the path. Do not talk to strangers." Little Red Riding Hood nodded. "I will be careful," she said. She put on her red hood, picked up the basket, and took a deep, gentle breath. The evening air was cool, the forest was quiet, and so she began her walk. Part 2. Walking through the forest. The forest path was long and calm. Tall trees stood on both sides. Their leaves moved slowly in the wind. The light between the trees was soft and green. Little Red Riding Hood walked at an easy pace. She did not hurry. She could hear birds far away. She could hear the sound of her own steps. Step by step, she walked forward. She looked at the flowers near the path. Some were yellow, some were white, some were very small. She smiled quietly. The forest did not feel scary. It felt peaceful. She remembered her mother's words: "Stay on the path. Walk slowly. Be careful." So she stayed on the path. She held the basket with both hands. It felt warm as she walked. The forest became a little darker, but the path was still clear. The air smelled like trees and earth. Everything felt calm and steady. Little Red Riding Hood felt safe. She took another slow breath and continued walking. Part 3. A quiet stranger. After some time, Little Red Riding Hood noticed someone near the path. It was a wolf. The wolf was standing still. He was not loud. He was not running. He spoke in a soft voice. "Good evening," he said. Little Red Riding Hood stopped walking. She remembered her mother's words. She did not step closer. She stayed on the path. "Good evening," she replied politely. The wolf looked at the basket. "Where are you going?" he asked calmly. Little Red Riding Hood thought for a moment. "I'm going to my grandmother's house," she said. "She lives near the forest." The wolf nodded slowly. "That is very kind of you," he said. "Your grandmother is lucky." Little Red Riding Hood did not say more. She held the basket gently. The wolf smiled slightly. "Enjoy your walk," he said. "The forest is beautiful today." "Yes," she said. "It is." The wolf stepped back, and Little Red Riding Hood continued walking. She did not look back. She felt her heart beat a little faster, but she stayed calm. She remembered, "Be careful." So she walked on, quietly and steadily. Part 4. The evening deepens. The sky slowly grew darker. The forest lights became softer. Shadows grew longer. Little Red Riding Hood kept walking. She stayed on the path. She did not stop. The basket felt lighter now, but still warm. She thought about her grandmother. She will be happy to see me, she thought. After some time, she saw a small house ahead. It was her grandmother's house. A warm light shone through the window. The door was closed. Little Red Riding Hood walked up slowly. She knocked on the door. Knock, knock. Who is it? A voice asked from inside. It is me, said Little Red Riding Hood, your granddaughter. Come in, the voice said. She opened the door carefully and stepped inside. Part 5. Inside the house. The house was quiet. A small lamp glowed softly. The room was warm. Her grandmother was in bed. The blankets were pulled up high. Little Red Riding Hood walked closer. Grandmother, she said gently, I brought you some food. Thank you, said the grandmother. Little Red Riding Hood looked at her carefully. Grandmother, she said slowly, your voice sounds a little different. Oh, said the grandmother, I am just tired. Little Red Riding Hood nodded. She stepped a little closer. Grandmother, she said, your eyes look very big. So I can see you better, said the grandmother. And your ears are very big. So I can hear you better. Little Red Riding Hood felt something was strange. And your hands are very big. So I can hold you better. She took one small step back. And your mouth, she paused. Yes? The grandmother asked. Your mouth looks very big. There was a short silence. Then the door opened quietly. Someone else had arrived. Part 6. Everything becomes calm again. A kind helper had come to the house. He had heard something was wrong. The room became quiet again. The wolf ran away into the forest. No one followed him. Little Red Riding Hood felt safe. Her grandmother was safe too. The helper made sure everything was calm. The house felt warm again. Little Red Riding Hood sat beside her grandmother's bed. I was worried, she said softly. You did well, her grandmother said. You listened. You were careful. They shared the food together. They spoke quietly. Outside, the night had fully arrived. The forest was silent. Part 7. A gentle good night. Later, Little Red Riding Hood walked back home. The path felt familiar. The night air was cool and calm. She thought about the day. She thought about listening. She thought about being careful. When she reached home, her mother was waiting. You are back, her mother said gently. Yes, said Little Red Riding Hood. She took off her red hood and placed it carefully by the door. That night she lay in her bed. The room was quiet. The world felt peaceful. She closed her eyes, and slowly she drifted into sleep.